Salud.
Okay, salud.
We win. So even though it's slightly wasteful to make orange juice instead of just eating the orange and getting all that yummy pulp and fiber in you, there might be times to do it. I'm thinking maybe we'll provide orange juice up at the View, partly as a way to get people out of bed. It's a reward for going and seeing the sunrise. If we're going to do that, though, I'm really curious about the cost effectiveness. Oranges are really cheap this time of year. They're in season. And I'm curious how long it takes to cut them and juice them. How many oranges produce how much juice? Any other questions on that? I think it's a simple formula. Yeah. You like orange juice, I assume?
Yeah.
I've been drinking it because I've been a little under the weather and I want the vitamin C. Okay, so we've got everything all set up here. Our juicer's a little bit broken. Everything around here is. We've got our oranges. We've got a knife. We're cutting them. We've got a cutting board. We've got a bowl for putting the rinds in. And we're going to time the three of us and see how many oranges we can do in 1 minute and how much juice that produces. You ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Tenemos las naranjas.
Número uno.
Número 1, quitarle las semillas.
¿Y qué vas a hacer con las semillas?
Las semillas las voy a sembrar. Las voy a poner en un amárcigo con tierra buena. Y voy a hacer plantas de naranjas. Vamos a intentar.
Fantastic. So we're going to save the seeds. And even though we're not in a climate where we can grow oranges well, doesn't hurt to have little baby orange trees we can put in microclimates, and who knows, some of them might work out well, and there's climate change going on, so we'll find out. Okay, and Chelino is done. He filled up his container. That looks great. Yummy.
Justo medio litro.
Medio litro. Qué bueno.
All right, my name is Tara, and I'm going to be juicing some oranges today. I have about 7 oranges already cut up and de-seeded because we're saving the seeds here, which is a good thing to do if you want to possibly have an orange tree. So yeah, so I learned that about 7 oranges will fill up this liter here, or half a liter. Okay, and that to cut them sideways is the best way to do it. Okay, let's start. Let's see if let's test my strength here. Looks good.
So of course, in this process here, we're producing a waste product. Maybe we'd like to not produce any waste, of course. We've got these orange peels over here, and of course, if you had a juice stand, you'd be producing, just tons and tons of these. So what can we do with them? Well, we know we can give them to rabbits, they love it. But for people that don't have rabbits, they could compost them. And some people say orange peels don't compost. That is false. They just take a little longer. You might want to get your worm bin involved on that too. But they'll compost just fine. Then there's a question of, can we eat them? And I'm pretty sure there's ways to do that. Certainly you can make zest type stuff with the skins. And I believe there's ways to ferment the skins so that you can eat them. I know you can do that with watermelon rinds. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't done it. And you could dry them, make potpourri, you said?
Yeah.
Potpourri, that's fun to say too. So, yeah, so let's not think of those peels as a waste product. Now, it does bum me out that we're not using the inner part as just, nutrition for humans. But then again, whatever, we could have a variety of uses. And still, when you're out hiking or something, you could just bring an orange and eat it. But you don't have to juice it. This is a lot of sugar in here, so if you're guzzling orange juice all the time, you're pretty much going to be on a sugar high all the time. You're doing pretty good there. Your crank lunch is about halfway done. Home stretch. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I lost some too.
Could be it got clogged up. It's okay. And a little bit more and we're done. Got my knife. ¿Cuántos naranjas más o menos necesito por uno de esos?
7.
7, okay. Bueno conocer. So I need to cut up about 7 oranges for that amount. That also starts to tell us about the cost effectiveness. We can start to calculate. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this guy over here. 6. And 7. All right, I'll be in time, so I have to really, worry about this a lot. And this is kind of broken. Este es casi rompeado, ¿no? ¿Podemos
Pero
arreglar
sí.
este un día?
Tal vez sí.
Oh, my stuff's broken. All right. So I do it once, turn it a little bit, do it again. Now you might wonder why we're not using an electric thing to do this. And we do wonder that with every single type of task we do. Is the electric solution better or not? In this case, I kind of like the manual one. First of all, people go to gymnasiums and work out, and they try and make sure they get nothing useful done while they build their muscles. Well, this is a useful activity to build some muscles. So why don't we go with that instead of just revel in uselessness? The other thing is that this is a nice simple object that probably won't break, although this one's broken, as easy. And electric objects always seem to burn out. I get about a year use out of them and they're gone. Plus we're on solar power here, so we have to make very careful decisions about how we use electrical power and why. All right, well I just learned something new. Apparently I cut my oranges this way, lengthwise, so it looks like this inside. And I've just been informed that's not the way you do it. I'm supposed to cut it this way. And that kind of makes sense, actually, that you would get more juice that way, because each section is exposed. Oh well, this is why we're doing this fun game, so we can show that I don't know what I'm doing. And you will know what you're doing. Bueno conocer. Figure out the price of one of these big gunny sacks of oranges, and figure out then, based on that, how much orange juice we can make. We could actually figure out how much a time and cash a glass of orange juice costs, really. Because I noticed up in the States it's extremely expensive to get a tiny little glass of orange juice. It always made me kind of upset. Because I want like a pint glass of orange juice at least. And so we'll see the cost effectiveness. We'll calculate it. See how we're doing. So I've almost got my thing full here. Casi lleno. Okay, I better hurry up. I haven't been really going as fast as I should be, but you know, I don't win anything for this, so. All right, so it was 7 oranges to get 1 liter of orange juice, and I'm all set. Yeah. So I got about as much juice as Chileno did from the 7 oranges I did, but I apparently had to work harder to do it, so that's the real issue. So it's better to cut them the way he says. Salud.
Salute.
That's good stuff. Didn't even take that long. Now we used 21 oranges. We're in the orange season, so a big bag of oranges costs about 100 pesos, a little less than 10 bucks. And we used a tiny bit of that. So el costo de los naranjas es cuánto? Es como 20 pesos?
Sí.
Okay. So we used about 20 pesos of oranges, and we produced, actually I stole a little bit, so more than this. But we end up then with a price for a glass like this around 3 pesos, maybe with labor, a little bit more. Now in town you'd pay 15 pesos for this amount, and actually you can get a little bit more than that for that. So anyway, the point is it's really cost economical when you talk about the cost of orange juice like this up in the States. We can serve this here. Yeah, we just get good at it, and yay, salud.
Okay, salute.
We win.